Trump says he can change, but can he? And does he want to? Joining me now, Republican Senator Jeff Flake of Arizona, who's been not shy about criticizing Donald Trump. Senator Flake, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me on.
Before I get to that, I want to start with the tragedy in Orlando. Obviously, we don't know yet the motivations. There's concern that there may be ideological motivation of the gunman, but we don't know those facts. No matter what, this is going to be one of the worst mass casualty shootings in American history. I just want to get your initial reaction, Senator.
Well, we don't know what happened. We've reached out to federal offices, but obviously a horrible, horrible tragedy, and every one that happens is one too many. So we'll be looking at it as it unfolds in the coming days.
Senator, do you think it's possible to have a conversation? It seems as if when it gets determined what the motive is, we'll either have a gun debate conversation in this country, not a debate, but a gun conversation, or we're going to have a terrorism conversation. We don't seem to be capable of doing both at the same time. Why is that?
Well, it does seem to be the case. If it is found out that this person was at least inspired by ISIS, then it'll probably be a terrorism debate. If he wasn't, it may be a gun debate. But you're right, it seems to be one or the other.
But can't we have both? I mean, can't we talk about both? Aren't they in some ways interrelated? We want to make it harder for terrorists to attack us any way possible.
You bet. I think we can. A lot of us have been talking for quite a while in terms of background checks and tightening background checks, particularly as it pertains to those with mental illness. And I think that debate can and should go on, as well as the debate on how to best protect us against those who are inspired or funded or directed by international terrorists.
All right, Senator, let me turn to politics here a little bit. The last time you were on this show, you made it clear that you weren't ready to support him, but you were willing to give him some time to prove to you why you should support him. The thing that bothered you the most is the Muslim ban at the time. It's about a month later. You've seen what happened even in the last 36 hours, the back and forth again with Mitt Romney and Donald Trump. Are you yet comfortable supporting Donald Trump, and can you ever envision being comfortable supporting Donald Trump?
I'm not comfortable now, and it is more difficult for me to imagine that I'll be comfortable coming up. We've had, since we last spoke, certainly the comment on the judge, born in Indiana, who Donald Trump referred to as a Mexican judge. That's extremely troubling, and it makes all of us wonder if he can turn around, if he can actually act like a candidate needs to act to win a general election.
He hasn't apologized for it. Do you believe, by the way, it was a racist statement?
I agree with Paul Ryan's definition. I don't know how else you can characterize it other than saying that it's textbook racism. Now, I just don't know how else you can define it.
Do you believe there should be an effort, there is more than a month before the convention, that there is one last effort for delegates to decide whether this is the right path to take with Donald Trump?
I doubt that will gain any speed or currency. It's pretty much too late at this point.
Should it, though?
To envision another candidate. If these comments continue, or if Donald Trump still refuses to apologize or to acknowledge that there's a problem with these kind of statements, then yes, I think there should be, but I'm not holding my breath.
Take me in that room earlier this week. It certainly seems to me, because I could just tell from Mitch McConnell's comments, they got tougher on Trump as the week went on. I take it many of your colleagues in the Senate Republican Conference, not just a handful, are very frustrated about Donald Trump.
Oh, we are. This will affect the down ballot races in the Senate and the House and everywhere. It really has an impact. I ran in 2012. There were some other Senate candidates making statements that we didn't agree with, and that affected our races. I can't imagine how it would be to have the top of the ticket, our standard bearer, our nominee, making these kind of statements. And so it's very troubling to those of us who are down ballot. I'm grateful that I'm not running this year.
Your colleague, Senator John McCain, is the one up in your state. Let me ask you this. Is it more likely you could see yourself voting for Hillary Clinton or Gary Johnson, the Libertarian candidate?
I certainly won't be voting for Hillary Clinton. But like I said, it's difficult to envision now, unless Mr. Trump is a different kind of candidate than he has been so far, to vote for Donald Trump.
He's about to turn 70. Do you expect him to change?
It's becoming more difficult to see, I have to say. At that point in life, frankly, after age 30, it's tougher to change, I think, for all of us. But you know, hope springs eternal. We do have significant time between now and November, and I hope that he changes as a candidate. I really do.
All right, Senator Flake, thanks for coming on. It's a tragic morning. Appreciate you spending a little time with us. Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and then click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.